So whenever they're asking you about plot questions, this is what I like to do. Even when I'm done reading a story, I like to write out what the conflict is at the very bottom, the conflict or the main idea, because that, like I said, everything is pretty much connected around that, okay? Because you can't have a story without conflict. So when they're asking us about why is the event in paragraph 9 important to the plot, this is going to be a plot question. And so what I do is I always make a little plot out to the side of the question. And then I write in the center my conflict, which is for 11 is 11 is forced to have a sweater that is not hers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and look at this paragraph and see why it's important. It could be looking at, it could be asking about the conflict or the climax or the resolution. And so that's why I'm going to go back and reread, because if it's close to the beginning, it might be asking for the conflict. Or if it's close to the middle, it might be asking how Rachel faced her problem, which is going to be, like I said, the turning point. If it's close to the ending, it might be asking us how the conflict was resolved or what happened after everything was said and done from the turning point, which is the resolution, the ending. So let's go back to paragraph 9 and read. So here it is. And I'm going to read the paragraph before and I'm going to read the paragraph after. It has to belong to somebody, Miss Price keeps saying, but nobody can remember. It's an ugly sweater with red plastic buttons and a collar and sleeves all stretched out like you could use it for a jump rope. It's maybe 1,000 years old, and even if it belonged to me, I wouldn't say so. So I know we're talking about the red sweater. Let's go back and read paragraph 9 because they're asking about paragraph 9. Maybe because I'm skinny. Maybe because she doesn't like me. That stupid Sylvia Salvador says, I think it belongs to Rachel. An ugly sweater like that. It is all raggedy and old. But Miss Price believes her. Miss Price takes the sweater and puts it on my desk. But when I open my mouth, nothing comes out. That's not, I don't, you're not mine, I finally say in a little voice that was maybe me when I was 4. So let's look at the events of paragraph 9. What happened? Well, Sylvia tells the teacher that she says the sweater, she thinks it belongs to Rachel, and Miss Price puts the sweater on the desk. So let's look at on our plot diagram where that might have been at. So when we go back and look at our plot, right, you should already have this kind of filled out. It should be filled out. And where is that in the relation to our conflict? When I come back over here, I can see this story is kind of in the beginning, almost towards the middle, but it's really more in the beginning middle. So, so in connection with our conflict, well, here's my conflict right here. It says Rachel's forced to have a sweater that is hers. So I know they're asking us, why is the event important in paragraph 9 important? Well, because for one thing, it is asking us about the conflict. So right here, what I'm going to write is the event in paragraph 9 is important to the plot because it tells the reader the conflict. Okay? And that's all you're going to do, and that's how you're going to answer if when they're asking about why is this paragraph important to the plot. Like I said, look in the relationship with the conflict and see where it belongs at on your, where would it belong at either, like I said, the rise in action, because our conflict is always in the rise in action. See if it's connected to the turning point. See if it's connected to the falling action or the resolution.